And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Collinsville Middle School. Sorry for the delay. I even took some time last night to live stream from my basement to make sure everything worked, and what do you know? It didn't work. So here we are, and I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler is on the other microphone. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
And we are in the bottom of the first inning. The Millstadt Panthers providing the opposition today, and they have already batted. Their first batter, John Hilpert, singled, and then he was part of a unassisted double play by Collinsville second baseman Martinez, and that erased the first two. And then Max Beal, the pitcher, who's out on the mound right now for Millstadt, grounded into a 4-3 final out. So here we are with Collinsville Middle School. The Trailblazers are up to bat, and up to the plate first is Lucas Owen. He is the center fielder, and the pitch by Beal is a called strike on the outside corner. And we do not have a scoreboard out here, so we'll try to keep the counts as best we can and keep you updated on the score. My scoreboard on my screen, I could not get that to work last night or today when I had some time to mess with it. So another one of those things that kind of happens, and we're going to work out all the details and all the kinks and all that stuff just a little bit as we move along here. Anyway, we are in the bottom of the first, no score, and a walk to Lucas Owen brings up Trailblazers left fielder Tyler Hunterbrinker. Bats from the right side, and Beal, the lefty, on the mound for the Panthers from Millstadt, paints the outside corner for a called strike one. It's a very cloudy day, chance of rain in the area. Hasn't really rained much, but there are some ominous clouds out in the distance as we go along with this one. Swing and a miss at a high fastball by Huntbrinker. 0-2. And Beal delivers another. Runner goes. Ball all high all the way back to the fence. And down to second base on a wild pitch is Lucas Owen. So the Trailblazers, who come in 1-4 on the season, have a runner in scoring position with no one out, and a chance for the Trailblazers left fielder to bring him around with a well-placed base hit. Next pitch on the way, outside. Ball 2. 2-2. I hope I'm still on. Beal from the stretch delivers, swinging a slow roller to the shortstop. That's Fultz. Fultz is up with it and throws over to first in time for the out as Lucas Owen moves over to third base. And there's one out in the inning, and that'll bring Braden Donaldson, the first baseman. From the right side. And Trailblazers with a runner at third and one out. Chance to score something here, and a pitch low to Donaldson. Next pitch, swinging a foul ball down the first base side. And as you can tell, once again, the left side of the field is off of our camera view. And yes, I do have a GoPro, but it took me about 3 hours to get everything up and working last night, and by then it was 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go mess with the GoPro tomorrow, and hopefully when we come back out here, we have a better camera view. There's a pitch that's a little bit low. We get it figured out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everything's working on your end.
All right, good.
You got to find it.
All right. Beal, the lefty from the stretch, brings it. That hits the outside corner. Called strike. Back over to third base is Lucas Owen. Never knew they had sunflowers growing out here.
Yeah, I'm down here. First time I noticed that.
Yeah. I know a lot of folks get their pictures taken with the sunflower fields. There's a pitch that's high. Throw down to third base. And he's safe. Ball popped out of the third baseman's glove. That's Robertson down there for Millstadt. So we got on about a half an inning late, so we'll try to bring you the lineups here as we go along. Right now, the third man to bat for the Trailblazers is Braden Donaldson, and he swings and fouls one back to the screen. Carson Perrell, the third baseman, waits on deck for Collinsville Middle School. Smattering of fans out here. Everybody social distance, got masks on. As Beal is ready for another. Here's the pitch. This one's high and outside. Nice job by the catcher, Forney, to keep that one from going back to the screen and maybe saving a run. But the second walk in the inning has put runners on the corners here for the Trailblazers, and it's up to Carson Perrell, the third baseman for CMS, to see if he can bring a run home. As I mentioned, CMS 1-4, coached by Zach Corey. Millstadt, coached by Bob Beatty, and they come in unblemished with a record of 4-0. There's Carson Perrell. There's number 7 on his back as a steady diet of right-handed hitters greet Beal. There's a strike right down the middle. Both teams sport the maroon color. Here's the pitch. That one's high, 1-1. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Collinsville Middle School, the Trailblazers are threatening here in the home half of the first. Beal is ready. Pitch, swing, and a roller that's going to get through first and second. One run's going to score. Rounding second and on his way to third is going to be Donaldson. And Perrell delivers with an RBI base hit. And the Trailblazers go up by a score of 1-0.
First one I really noticed it cut in on a batter there. Pitcher been living high and on the outside. Finally, one that Collinsville can do something with there, and it's a space hit.
Here's Braden Henson. He is going to be the pitcher. Well, he's already the pitcher. Pitched a first inning and got out of a jam after giving up a base hit to the leadoff man. And runners still on the corners here for CMS. Perrell over at first, Donaldson over at third. Only one out. And Braden Henson with a chance to help himself out here. Beal, the lefty, fires. That one paints the inside corner a little high, right around the chest there. Beal ready with the next. Outside. It's like the sun's trying to peek through a little bit. Too many clouds around, though. Very comfortable. Probably, what, about 82, 83? That one skips in the dirt. Bottom of the first inning. CMS up 1-0, looking for more. Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner, and there goes Carson Perrell down to second base on an uncontested steal.
Going with the pitch there. Nothing the batter could do to pull the trigger on that one, but still got stolen base.
Next pitch, high and outside. Threatening to load the bases up here is Beal. The Panthers is the name of the team from Millstadt. There's a swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Looks like the CMS softball team's over on the softball field doing some workouts. We'll have their game on Thursday of this week. That'll also be versus Millstadt. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Henson. First strikeout for Beal, and that's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the Trailblazers catcher, Devin Walker. Walker also from the right side. Does this team have any lefties? Or is it designed because of a left-handed pitcher? I don't know. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Oh! Forney tried to snap a throw down to third base, and it hit the bat of Devin Walker while Walker was standing there. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Got a lefty on deck.
That would be Renzer Hartman. Beal ready for another to Walker. Here it is. It's outside. One run on one hit thus far. A couple of walks in the inning, as well as a strikeout. Collinsville leading 1-0 and looking to put on a couple more. That's going to be up to Walker. Here's the pitch. It's low. And I believe it's 2-1. Walker steps back in. Beal from the stretch. Delivers. Swing and a miss. Another throw down to third, and that one was a little high, but getting back in there anyway was Walker. Oh, excuse me, Donaldson. Walker swings and misses. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning for the Trailblazers, but they pick up one run on one hit. They left a couple, and we head now to the top of the second inning with CMS leading by a score of 1-0.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Collinsville Middle School as we're bringing you a little middle school action since all of our sports that we normally cover in the fall, football, girls volleyball, and boys soccer, got pushed off to spring. So here we are. Hope you're enjoying it. It's what we got to bring you right now. And we really don't have any idea what the future has in store, so we don't know what's going to happen down the line as far as boys and girls basketball is concerned. Of course, we got the hockey team that we cover as well, and at last check, they're still talking about having their season regularly scheduled as normal, and they don't really travel too much except for the local rinks around here, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. I know that because of the COVID situation and the COVID regions, they call them, Edwardsville had to move back over to the Mississippi Valley Hockey Conference because they were over in St. Louis playing in the Mid-America Conference over there, or Mid-Valley or whatever it's called.
Probably got some easier situations to deal with as far as the club hockey goes, since they don't have to go through the IHSA regulations that deferred to the governor as far as making their games happen. Probably be easier situation.
All that is waiting in the wings for us to figure out later. All right, here we are on the top of the second. And back on the mound is Henson. We'll give the outfielders. Hunter Brinker is in left field. Owen is in center. Hartman is in right field. Over around the horn. Peril at third base. Verning at shortstop. Martinez at second. Donaldson at first. And Henson is pitching to Walker. And Michael Robinson is the first player to face the hurler from Collinsville Middle School. And it's a little high.
Millstadt got a bloop hit there to lead off the top of the first inning, and then Liner doubled him off. Got out of that leadoff hit.
And then a 4-3 put out of the pitcher Beal ended that inning. So just the minimum faced in the first inning by Henson. The big, tall righty is ready to pitch, and he brings one outside. Looks like he was having a little trouble finding that strike zone when he was warming up, too.
like these middle school batters don't like to make a mistake inside. Keep pumping them away.
There you go. There's a
Now he
strike.
finds the zone.
Michael Robinson, Will Fessel, and Aiden Colbert due up here in the top of the second for Millstadt. There's a pitch that's inside and high, and a walk to lead off the inning for Michael Robinson. That's the second walk issued so far by Hinson. The first one didn't come around as he was erased in a double play, and now that brings up Will Fessel, the first baseman for Millstadt. Hinson ready. That one's a little bit low. Made it over the plate, just about shin high to Fessel. Hinson from the stretch delivers. That one hits the outside corner, 1-1.
Back to the same pitch there and just got it over that time.
Hinson peers over his left shoulder, checks out his runner Robinson, and bluffs a throw over there. Big hello to Zach Roseman. Zach's watching. Just texted me and told me that, yeah, we're on. Swing and a foul ball that trickles away from the plate. Everyone stays where they are. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. To the batter, Will Fessel. Zach Roseman, a freshman in college now. How about that?
Good for him.
Bad for me.
I'll enjoy it.
Here's the next pitch. That one floats in the outside corner. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time. And Michael Robinson steals a base.
Got caught watching that one there with the runner in base. Still made it safe there at second base for the stolen base.
John Hilpert stole second base in the first inning as well, I believe. That was what doubled him off on that play to the second baseman Martinez. So 2 stolen bases for the Panthers of Millstadt, and Fessel up there looking for something to drive. Hinson checks on the runner and brings it home, swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. And the ball gets away from the catcher, and a throw down is too late by Walker. He had trouble finding the ball.
He thought the ball got away from him, but it just landed right there in front of the plate. Thought it might have popped away.
So a tying run down at third in the form of Michael Robinson. As he reached on a walk, stole second, took third on a passed ball. And Aiden Colbert. That was a high outside call, but we'll take the strike. Hinson ready with the next to Aiden Colbert, the second baseman. A little outside and low. Strikeout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, second batter of the inning struck out.
For some reason, I don't know why I didn't write that down. There's a floater in there. That's a called strike, and that's back-to-back strikeouts by Hinson.
Yeah, the first out, he struck out on that stolen base. The second.
Okay. So 1 swinging, 1 looking. That's going to leave everything up to Braden Forney, the catcher for Millstadt. 2 on, runner at third base. Or excuse me, 2 out, runner at third base. As Hinson tries to work out of a little trouble for the second inning in a row. Tall righty pitches. That one hits the outside corner. Painting the corners is always a good thing. Looks like after a little bit of a rough warm-up there to start the inning and a little bit of a rough start as he walked Robinson, he's kind of figured out that zone a little bit. That one misses high and outside. Braden Forney, the Millstadt Panthers catcher, looks at 1 high. Forney is the 7-man in the lineup to bat. Lucas Allen waits on deck, and Aiden Donnelly in the hole. There's a high pop fly. That one's getting out to center field. Owen is on the run. He can't reach it. And then on a one-hop, Hartman grabs it before it has a chance to hit the ground again. But in to score is Robinson, and we are tied 1-1.
Tough to come up with that one. How the way they had him played in the outfield, just drops in between the batters, or between the fielders.
One of those Texas League bloopers, didn't go very far, but found a spot in between Owen in center and Hartman in right. And that brings up Lucas Allen, the left fielder for the Panthers. There's a pitch that's high. Walker had to leave his feet to grab that one. So we're tied at 1 as Henson tries to get out of this with no further damage. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw by Walker is not in time. And Forney steals a base. That's the 3rd stolen base for Millstadt here in the first 2 plate appearances by the Panthers. So now a runner in scoring position for Allen. He swung through that and missed it. Now a step off there by Henson.
Second baseman standing right there on the bag for any kind of check over. Then
There's a wild pitch. So we've had a wild pitch this inning, a passed ball, a couple of stolen bases. And now a runner at third base, the go-ahead run for Lucas Allen. Millstadt also putting up a steady diet of righties at the plate. Henson in a little bit of a jam, trying to get out of it. Swinging a foul ball back behind us. Into the high grass. Two and two the count to Lucas Allen, number 9 man. Aiden Donnelly waiting on deck. We're hoping he leads off the next. There's another pitch that goes back to the screen, and Walker not going to get there in time. So 2 wild pitches to the same batter has allowed Forney to score.
Lots of room there between the catcher and into the backstop. Anything gets by him, there's can easily score a runner from third most times.
And there was no bounce back. If it hits the right part of the fence, it might bounce back to you, but that time it did not. So now the bases are clear for Lucas Allen. And there's ball 4.
Just a little frustrations there after his bit of wild pitch that misses in on the other side. Coach come out here and calm him down a bit.
That's Collinsville Middle School's head coach, Zach Corey. He's out to try to settle down his pitcher as 2 runs have scored here off of just 1 base hit. Couple of walks, couple of wild pitches, stolen base, couple of those. And Aiden Donnelly, the last player to bat here in the batting order for Rob Beatty and his Millstadt Panthers. He digs in. He's the right fielder. Conversation is over. And back to action. And they do have the same thing that we are used to when we do K-Hawk baseball. They have a run rule. They play 7 innings. 10-run rule after 5. Henson ready to go for Donnelly. Right around the eyes of Donnelly, ball 1. There's one that paints the outside corner, 1-1. Hope everybody's doing well. Looks like we're starting to get some clear skies out west. Hope everybody's doing well in this time of COVID. We have not been live since March the 10th. That one's outside, and another long high throw by Walker. I think Henson's got to kind of learn how to duck down and get out of the way. I think that's why Walker's throwing these things so high out to second base.
Didn't help. He had to reach over a little bit to get the ball. Then, he's waiting for Walker the pitcher to get up and step out of the way. Don't want to just flail at his head. This one's fouled away.
4 stolen bases in the first 2 innings for Millstadt.
Millstadt not going to be worried, but to press the issue here, try to get their runner to second base if they can get a runner on future innings.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, he's been getting that spot when he's get the outside corner there. It comes in a little inside and doesn't get the call.
Henson dealing with another runner, and another runner goes, and it's ball 4. So now runners at the corners. Trailblazers in a little bit of trouble here. 4 walks in the game. 2 of them in this inning. 3 of them in this inning, excuse me. And back to the top of the order for John Hilpert, the center fielder. He singled in his first at bat, stole second base, and then was erased on a double play. Another runner goes, and they're not going to throw down because there's a runner at third. So that is a catcher's indifference. Next pitch, swinging a high fly ball out to center field. Owen, he's underneath it, and he has it for the out. And that is how the inning comes to a close. But in the inning, the Panthers pick up 2 runs just on 1 base hit, 3 walks, couple of stolen bases, 3 of those as well. And we head to the home half of the second inning, and Millstadt now has a lead by a score of 2-1.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return the athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Collinsville Middle School, bringing you a little middle school baseball action today between Collinsville and Millstadt. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Millstadt has a 2-1 lead. As the Trailblazers bring up the bottom 3 in the order, you will see Renzer Hartman, Elijah Verning, and Brody Martinez. If anyone gets on, back to the top of the order, and Lucas Owen. We have our first lefty up to the plate, and Renzer Hartman. Back to work. Beal after a long layoff there in that top of the second inning, and he starts off with a ball low and outside. Well, lefty versus lefty here. Beal looks in, brings it. That's inside. 1-1 after a swing and a miss by Hartman. Another swing, and it was right around the chin there.
Yeah, that wasn't where he saw the last one he swung at there. That one changed the high part there and swung at a high one.
Swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from Forney, but he picks it up and throws down to first base in time for the out. So 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Elijah Verning. Outfield for Millstadt. Allen is in left. Hilpert is in center. Donnelly is in right. Around the horn we go. Robertson at third. Fultz at shortstop. Colbert at second base. Fessel at first. Beal on the mound. And catching him is Forney. Here is Elijah Verning, the shortstop. Looks at one high and outside. Beal ready to work again. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Another one back into the rough. Next delivery on the way. A little low. Beal ready for another. Another foul ball out of play, almost in the same spot.
Oh, you're over there.
Yeah. Two and two. That one misses the mark. And another foul ball, almost back to the same spot, just a little bit off to the right. That'll keep one of the non-playing Panthers busy back there. Full count to Verning. Beal brings home the pitch, and he takes a high inside pitch, almost swung at it, appealed down to first base. They said no swing, so a walk. That's the third walk given up by Beal, and that'll bring up Brody Martinez, the number 9 man in the order here for CMS. And Brody steps in from the left side, got that long blonde hair sticking out of the back of his helmet. Reminds me of Tanner, the second baseman for the Bad News Bears. That one hits the outside corner, so Beal adjusts. And
he's got number 1 on his jersey and 99 on his helmet.
One out, one on. 2-1 in favor of Millstadt. Bottom of the second. Now they pick-off move. They've got him in between and down. Oh, he missed. Oh, you'd say he ran out of the base path. Because it looked like from here that the shortstop, Fultz, missed the tag, but I guess they said that Verning stepped out of the base path.
Yeah, he would do it. Would have had to. The way he stopped there and sidestepped the shortstop. Yeah, it's going to call him out there. Adam picked off there.
So the play goes 1-3-6 for out number 2, and Martinez is up there with the bases empty now and 2 outs. Beal delivers to Martinez, swinging a liner right over the head of the guy in the on-deck circle, Lucas Owen. Martinez digs back in from the left side, and the lefty Beal ready to work. Here's the pitch. Oh. Got caught looking at an outside strike, and that is the 4th strikeout for Beal in this game, and that brings a close to the second inning. Top of the third will come your way next after a brief timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Collinsville Middle School on the old baseball diamond. We'll be back here Thursday for some softball.
We didn't get to do any baseball, softball.
No, we did not.
For the high school, spring.
Nice breeze, not too hot out. Last day of August. We do have some clearing out west. We can see blue sky, but it's going to be a while before the gray clouds move on out and bring us some sunshine. Probably about the time we get to the end of the game. What do you think? Maybe. Casey Fultz will lead things off here for Millstadt.
How'd he get his helmet so dirty?
It's probably about 5 years old. I don't know.
Looks like he rolled it in the dirt for 3 days.
Sure does. It'll be Casey Foltz, who is the number 2 man in the order for the Panthers, followed by the pitcher Max Beal and Michael Robinson, the third baseman. Foltz, he was the one who lined out into the unassisted double play to Martinez back in the first inning. So we know he can hit the ball hard. As Henson is ready to go. We're underway in the third. Pop fly. This one's going out to shallow center field, and Owen has to move in about 10 steps, and he is there with 1 pitch and 1 out. That will bring up Max Beal, the pitcher, who grounded in to the final out after that double play in the first inning. Martinez, second baseman, was busy in that half an inning. Henson ready to go. Beal offers it the first pitch, and he's got one into the gap. That one's going to go all the way up to the wall. Beal on his horse. Rounds first. He's on his way to second, and he's going to stop there with a stand-up double. First extra base hit we've had in this game.
Lines that one right to the gap and into the wall. Might have been able to get 3. They're going to hold him up, not get the second out at third. And they'll bring in a
Courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Was pitching a pretty good game, and then he comes up here and gets a big hit to lead off the third.
Well, I
roster.
don't have a number 3 on my roster. How about that?
So much for the roster.
Here's Michael Robinson. Walked and scored his first time up. Stole second, went to third on a passed ball, and now
Pitcher was in the dirt there. The runner let off a bit, and then catcher didn't do anything with the ball. He said, heck with it, I'm going. No throw, went down to third.
I'm going to call it a pass ball. Robinson now with a runner at third. 1 out, top of the third, 2-1 in favor of Millstadt. That one's a little low as well. Henson from the stretch brings it home. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going into the gap too, but Owen's on the move. He gets it on 1 bounce and then throws it into second. Coming in to score is the courtesy runner for Max Beal.
Didn't take any steps inside to get to it. Just let it bounce in front of him instead of falling in the gap. His left fielder made his way over also. Hold him to a single.
An RBI single for Robinson. Here is Will Fessel. Looks at one high. Throw down to first base. That one almost sailed out into the first base line. Nice play down there by Donaldson to keep that one from heading into the outfield. Fessel struck out his first time up. 1 out, runner at first, and there's a pitch that's a little bit low.
Just got one sign of the distance of the fence. The one in right field is 260. I don't see any.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier. Just 260 down the first base line. That's the only distance sign that they have out here. Not sure if it's the same down the third base line or not. I would assume so. That one's a little high. Henson having some struggles here in this game. In spurts. There's a strike called.
Imagine they're probably pitching from 55 maybe? 55 feet, you think?
I'm not sure. Runner goes, pitches inside, and a walk. We'll put Robinson down at second and Fessel over at first. And that's the 5th walk issued by Henson here in this game so far. And that brings up Aiden Colbert. Colbert got caught looking at a strike three his first time up. Now he's up there with one out. Runners on first and second. Pitch. Outside and low. Nice stop there by Walker. There's some future K-Hawks we're looking at here. 8th graders will be there next year. Smattering of 7th graders on the varsity team. They will have one more year to play on this field. Hinson steps off, looks the runners back. Hinson's been working from the stretch a lot in this game. He brings it, turning around to bunt, and bunts it in the air, and right back to Hinson, who couldn't get the ball out of his glove fast enough to throw the ball down to second base to try to double himself out of this inning, but that'll take care of two. Out number 2.
Interesting, they're trying to move the runners over for the bottom of the order here with already one out. Doesn't work out for him, bunts it up in the air.
Here is Braden Forney, who singled and scored in his last at bat. That brought home Robinson with the tying run at the time. RBI single and a foul ball out of play. Boy, the ball seems to be going in the same spot back there, doesn't it? Two outs, 2 runners on, 1 run home here in this inning for a total of 3 for Millstadt. They lead Collinsville Middle School 3-1. Here's the pitch. Both runners go, and a foul ball back to the screen. Millstadt had a chance to score in their half of the first inning, but a line out unassisted double play kept that from happening, and then Collinsville scored a run in their half of the first, but since then, Millstadt has scored 2 in the second. So far, 1 here in the third. They have runners on first and second. Hinson spins as if to throw back to second, but bluffed the throw. As Forney digs back in from the right side. Hinson ready again. Here's the pitch. Swinging another high foul ball out of play. Forney's battling, and Hinson throwing some strikes. Hinson ready with the next. Here it comes. Outside, runners go, and no throw. Off balance was Walker, and couldn't find the handle on the ball as he was falling off to his right-hand side.
No easy throw either way. You have to throw up over the pitcher or the batter in the batter's box. Just into his right side either way.
So now runners in scoring position, and a swing and a high fly ball. This one's over the head of Huntbrinker, and it's going to bounce all the way to the wall. 2 runs are going to score, and on his way to second base with a stand-up 2 RBI double is Braden Forney.
Big hit there to put 2 more runs up on the board for Panthers.
5-0 now in favor of Millstadt. Another courtesy runner coming in for Millstadt, and that is Bryden Gritzmala. I got his number. As Lucas Allen steps up to the plate. Allen walked, stole a base, and was stranded in his first at bat and takes one over his head. Ball 1.
The batter down to 2 strikes, 2 outs, almost out of the inning. And then they get that big hit to plate 2 more runs.
Allen, the number 8 batter in the Millstadt batting order. Only 3 players have not batted here in this inning. Allen is 1, Donnelly, the on-deck man, is the other, and then Hilpert at the top of the order. So Hinson trying to get out of this inning with no further damage done. Runner at second base. Checked on by Hinson. He brings it home to Allen. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's on the infield. Hinson gets away from it, and a third baseman, Peril, comes in and takes care of it with a little snow cone catch right there at the end for out number 3. But in the inning, 3 more runs do come across on a couple of base hits and a runner left. We head now to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and Collinsville now trails Millstadt by a score of 5-1. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Back here at Collinsville Middle School, I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler on the other headset. We're glad that you're with us. We're just glad to have some sports to do, aren't we?
Definitely.
Man.
Anything to see.
Man, I'm telling you what. I enjoyed watching the Blues play, but, I got to tell you, I wasn't as disappointed as I was at this exit as I probably would have been if they would have lost in the first round if COVID would have never happened. But because we went through this whole thing and they didn't look good. I don't think they looked good except for in spurts there against Vancouver. They didn't look good at all in the round robin. But it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it. Cardinals are playing. They're trying to figure things out as they move along too. The whole world's just not right now. Top of the order for Collinsville here. Lucas Owen leads things off. Lucas walked and scored the only run for CMS here in this game as he looks at one and gets away from Forney and goes back to the screen. So it'll be Owen, Huntbrinker, and Donaldson here in this bottom of the 3rd inning, with Millstadt leading 5-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Beal is back out there, the lefty. Brings it. Strike called.
Beal looking stronger as he goes along here.
Sure is.
They got 1 run off him there in the bottom of the 1st, but he's starting to bring it now. And he's got the lead.
A little high and outside with that pitch. 2-1 the count. I guarantee you we'll see some sunshine before this game's over.
Lots of clearing out there now. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss at a ball low. Yeah, well, you can see the blue skies out west, and the clouds are moving to the east. So with the clouds moving east and the sun going down, we should probably see some sunshine here in about 40 minutes, my guess. 5:30. Another walk issued by Beal. That is his 4th. And that will bring up Tyler Huntbringer. Huntbringer, left fielder, grounded out to the shortstop. Foltz his first time up. So Collinsville gets the leadoff man on. Trailing by 4 are the Trailblazers. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and Tyler shook his head yes, as if to agree with the umpire's call.
Going to strike all game. It ain't going to stop now. Got to be looking out there. That's where most of the pitches are going to end up. You got to find some way to do something with that.
Swing and a miss. As Huntbrinker was a little bit tardy with that swing and swung over the top of the ball anyway. Trailblazers need some runners. Down by 4. Pitch is outside and all the way back to the screen. And that's a wild pitch, and that'll send Lucas Owen down to second base. Second wild pitch uncorked by Beal. Puts a runner in scoring position, but we need more than that one. Beal checks on his runner at second and brings the next pitch home. Strike.
Strike 3.
It is.
Caught looking at that one. Couldn't pull the trigger.
That's the 5th strikeout for Beal to go along with his 4th walk in the form of Lucas Owen down at second base. And here is Braden Donaldson, who walked and was stranded in the 1st inning. Throw back to second base, and that one gets out to the center fielder, Hilpert, but he was already charging in to make sure that the runner wouldn't advance just in case that happened. Beal, ready to go again. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Donaldson ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball out of play. This one's going to go into the woods. Into the tree line. Beal ready. So's Donaldson. Here's the pitch. High. Beal is ready. Lots of action going on back there. The shortstop and the second baseman are both bluffing, trying to throw the runner off down there.
Yeah, so if you can just hit one there in the gaps of either side, it'll be wide open to get through.
Here's the 3-1, swing and a miss, full count.
Shortstop or second base probably going to be able to field their normal position, trying to hold the runner on.
2 walks in the inning will put runners on first and second. So now Beal has 5 walks and 5 strikeouts. And here is Carson Perrell. Perrell singled in. The only run so far here in this game for the Trailblazers. Did that in the first when Lucas Owen came around to score. Chance once again for Perrell. Looks at one right down the middle. Strike one. 1 out. 5-1 in favor of Millstadt. We're in the bottom of the third. Collinsville Middle School has runners on first and second with that 1 out. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss by Perrell. Beal ready. Swing and a shot down right past the third baseman. Everybody's going to move up 1 bag. No farther than that. As Perrell is now 2 for 2 with 2 base hits, and that'll load the bases up for the pitcher Braden Hinson. Hinson struck out his first time up. Would like to put the ball in play. Hawks trail by 4. 1 swing of the bat, we could be tied. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hinson from the left side takes the first one from Beal for a strike called.
Beal keeps getting ahead of the batters to start off, but just can't finish them off. Couple walks and then base hit.
Next one by Beal. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
Back ahead 0-2 again.
We'll see if Beal wants to take a little off of this pitch and see if Hinson's waiting on a fastball. Woo!
Grooves went in there, stays a bit high.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the opposing pitcher, Braden Hinson. Bases full of Trailblazers, 1 out. Here's the pitch. High and outside. 2-2. Hinson wants to drive a ball here. He does, but foul out of play. Count remains 2-2 with Devin Walker waiting on deck. Here's the next. Inside. Full count.
So here we go again, 0-2, then Hinson battles back, 3-2.
Same thing happened to Perrell. He's down there with a walk. Or, excuse me.
Walk and a run.
Perrell had a single, not a walk. And Hinson picks up the easy RBI. As Collinsville now has 2 runs and 2 hits. Lucas Owen scores his second run of the game. So Donaldson moves to third, Perrell down to second, Hinson over to first, and Devin Walker, the catcher for Collinsville, also a strikeout victim his first time up. As we have time called, Bob Beatty, the head coach for Millstadt, out to talk to his pitcher. So 5-2 now in favor of Millstadt, and Collinsville has a chance to tie it or take the lead here with some well-hit baseballs. Only one out. Conversation's over. Runners have their leads. Donaldson at third, Perrell at second, Hinson at first. Swing and a miss by Walker. So now 6 walks for Beal. Next pitch. That one's on the outside corner. For a called strike. 0-2 the count for Devin Walker with Renzer Hartman waiting on deck. 1 out, bases full. Ball gets away, and everybody's going to stay put.
Tough one to read there. Catcher just about came up with it. Just slipped through past him. Runner held up and then going to get thrown out. At home for the second out.
Beal pitches. Swinging a slow roller to the shortstop. Shortstop picks it up. Over to second for 1 and over to first for 2. An ending inning double play as Hinson gets caught off of second base for out number 2, and Walker gets thrown out at first base for the third out on a 6-4-3 double play. 1 run did come across on 1 base hit. No errors committed. Matter of fact, we've had an errorless game, and there were 2 runners left on base for Collinsville. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Millstadt with a lead of 5-2.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Welcome back once again to Collinsville Middle School. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler on the other microphone. We're glad that you're with us here on a Monday afternoon, last day of August in the year of, we don't mention the year anymore, do we?
Some people don't.
One of these days we won't. You know, back in that year when we had all that stuff going on. All right, here we are in the 4th inning. And it'll be the number 9 man, Aiden Donnelly, I think. Maybe not.
15.
Looks like we have ourselves a pinch hitter as Gabe Leith comes to the plate. So Aiden Donnelly walked and was stranded in his only plate appearance, it appears, as Gabe Leith is due to leave off. Then it'll be the top of the order, and John Hilpert and Casey Fultz. No. Yes. Looking like it. Hinson back out onto the bump for the Trailblazers as Collinsville trails 5-2 here in the top of the fourth. And we get our first look at Gabe Leith, a lefty. Swing and a miss. Looked like Hinson took a little something off of that pitch. Next pitch, inside, 1-1. Millstadt, no score in the first inning, but they put up 2 in the second and 3 in the third. Here we are in the fourth, and they lead 5-2. Hinson delivers, and a pop-up. That's going out to the second baseman, Martinez. He's been busy today, and he brings that one in for out number 1.
Catches that over there on the edge of the dirt. Couple steps to his right and back. First out of the inning.
John Hilpert. We'll go down and talk things over with Rob Beatty. Hilpert singled to start off this game, and in the second inning he flew out to end the inning after Millstadt put up a couple of runs. Flew out to the center fielder Owen. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Hinson ready to go to Hilpert. Swinging a high fly ball. Owen out in center on the run. That one is going to be a bouncer up against the wall just past the outstretched glove of Owen. And standing up at second base with a 1-out double is John Hilpert.
Whatever tip the coach gave him there on the little talk they had worked out.
That is the third double in this game for Millstadt. And that will bring in Casey Fultz. Fultz is 0 for 2. Hit into a unassisted double play in his first at bat and flew out to Owen in center field last inning. That one's a strike on the outside corner. 1 out, runner at second base. Millstadt leading 5-2. We're in the top of the fourth. I know that most of you that are used to watching us are expecting a scoreboard on the screen. Still trying to work out the kinks as to why that wouldn't work for me last night or today. Tried messing with it a little bit today, and I couldn't get it to work either. Next pitch stays high to Casey Fultz. Max Beal, the pitcher, waits on deck. Runner at second base is Hilpert. Hinson's pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Walker. That keeps Hilpert at second base. Fultz awaits the next. Swing and a chance for the shortstop. Goes right into the glove of Verning, and he throws over to first base and in time for the out. That's a little deceiving sometimes when the runner, which was Hilpert, ran right in front of Verning at shortstop. Verning stayed with it.
Makes it harder, but it was hit enough on a dime there. He didn't have to adjust much for it. Knew where it was going to go and didn't have to rush the throw too much after that.
2 outs in the inning. Runner at third. Here's Max Beal, the pitcher for Millstadt. Grounded out in the first. Doubled in a run. In that last inning, here's a high fly ball. Owen is on the run, and he's going to get there and bring it in for the out. So a little bit of a scare there for Millstadt, but CMS escapes it with no further damage being done. As we head now to the home half of the fourth inning, Millstadt still leading Collinsville Middle School by a score of 5-2.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Welcome back to Collinsville Middle School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you as we have moved to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitching change. Aiden Donnelly will come in and take over for Max Beal, and Beal will take Donnelly's place out in right field. So just a swap of a couple of positions there. And for Beal, while he was in there, he gave up the 2 runs on the 2 hits. He walked 6 and struck out 5 and uncorked 2 wild pitches while he was in there. First man to face Donnelly here is going to be the bottom of the order, and that is going to bring up Renzer Hartman, the 7, 8, and 9 men for Millstadt. And a slow roller, that's off of the foot. A foul ball for Hartman. Banged off of his foot and stayed fair. But it was a foul ball. So Hartman, Verning, and Martinez, the bottom 3 in the order for Collinsville Middle School. If anyone can get on, back to the top of the order in Lucas Owen. Trailblazers trail by 3, 5-2. Next pitch from Donnelly. A little inside. I said by 5:30 we'd see the sun. I'm thinking it's going to be a little earlier. Donnelly, ready with the 1-1. Inside. 2-1. Renzer Hartman struck out his first and only time up. Pitch inside. Went from 0-1 to 3-1. Hartman ready for the next from Donnelly. Here it is. Outside. He walked him. First walk issued by Donnelly. 7th walk issued by Millstadt here this afternoon. Collinsville only has 2 runs to show for it thus far. Here is Elijah Verning. Verning walked his first time up, and then he was erased on a double play. Donnelly from the stretch already. Ooh. Snap throw down to first base, and back in time is Hartman. Verning took that off-speed pitch right down the middle. Hartman leads from first. Here's the next pitch, and this one's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, and Forney will throw it down to second base, but not nearly in time as Hartman takes second base on a passed ball. So a runner in scoring position for Eli Verning. Next pitch to Verning is in the dirt. Nice stop this time by Forney. Next delivery on the way. This one's a little floater that stays high. I believe that Collinsville Middle School's only win this year was against Dupo. I could be wrong, but if memory serves me. Next delivery, and that one's a skipper in the dirt, and back-to-back walks issued by Donnelly here in his first inning of work.
He's missing all over. High, low, away, inside. Takes it everywhere but where he wants to put it.
All right, here is Brody Martinez, who struck out looking his first time up. He's got runners at first and second with nobody down. And he slow roller back to the pitcher, over to third base for one. Across the diamond over for, number 2. Got him just in time. Wow.
Just enough time there. It was hit right back of the pitcher fast enough, and enough of a quick throw from the third baseman. And just like that, double play. Third double play Collinsville's hit into?
I believe so.
So those have really hurt.
That was a 1-5-3 double play. And you are correct. That is the third double play that they've hit into. So now a runner at second base with 2 outs. As Vernon goes sliding back in head first on a bluff throw by Donnelly. So back to the top of the order, Lucas Owen. He's been on twice. He scored twice, both times with the free pass. Now a throw, and that one was a lot closer. And was almost close to going into the outfield. Second baseman Colbert had to really whip that glove hand over on the other side of second base to keep that ball from going into the outfield. Donnelly ready. Here's a pitch. This one over the head of Owen. Donnelly brings another one home, and this one gets back to the screen and over to third base. Will go Verning. That's on a wild pitch. Beal had 2 of those while he was in there, and now the first one for Donnelly. So Owen with the count in his favor and a runner at third base. Snap throw down to third. Not close. Verning's got himself a dirty uniform. You know you're having fun when your uniform's dirty. Here's the next pitch. A little floater that stays in there.
Mom won't think it's fun when she's got to clean that.
No. Owen awaits the next. Swinging a chance for the shortstop, Fultz. He's up with it. And the long throw over to first base, and that is in time. And Collinsville got the first 2 runners on, couldn't do anything with it, as Owen grounds into a 6-3 force out over at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. And we head now to the top half of the 5th inning. Millstadt still leading Collinsville Middle School by a score of 5-2.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the KHawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back here at Collinsville Middle School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. A pitching change for Collinsville. They'll do the same thing that Millstadt did. They'll swap out a outfielder for a pitcher. So Henson will move out to center field, and Lucas Owen will come into pitch for the Trailblazers. So Henson, while he was in there, had 2 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a couple of wild pitches. He'll face the middle of the order here. It'll be Michael Robinson, Will Fessel, and Aiden Colbert for the Millstadt Panthers here in the top of the 5th. Sun's out. That was close, 5:15.
We thought it was going to rain on us here. A message earlier.
I know.
Thought it was going to start pouring, but going to be a sunny evening here in Collinsville.
Yeah, most of the rain stayed to the south and the west. I know they had some thunderstorm watch boxes up down there for around Potosi, Farmington, Fredericktown, all those counties down there in southeastern Missouri.
It's just down there, you know.
I know. You went to a Potosi football game trying to fill that sports void, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Got it.
12-0, wasn't it?
12-0, yeah. It was, yeah. Leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes.
You got to travel. No football here in Illinois. No football in St. Louis. Got to get outside the box some.
Michael Robinson leads things off. He has been on base twice. He has scored twice, and he's picked up a RBI single in his last at bat. And he looks at one from Owen outside, ball one. Or you call that a strike? Called that a strike, didn't he? Owen. Inside.
So both teams have went to new pitchers. Could be a completely different game from here on out.
Yeah. Tell you what.
It's because it's 5-2 here for the first 4 innings. The next 3 could be different.
Donnelly tried real hard to let Collinsville score some runs, but his defense then bailed him out with a... Well, he helped on that defense with that double play, that 1-6-3 double play. Or 1-5-3 double play, excuse me. This one's outside. Three and one the count to Michael Robinson. Owen, the righty, brings it. Swing and a miss.
That's a nice little pitch there. Groove that one in. Late swing.
Owen with the full count pitch. A foul ball out of play back behind us.
Got him chasing one, tailing away there. Fouls it off.
So Owen looks into Walker, has his sign, brings it. High fly ball. This one's going to go all the way to the fence because Hartman was playing real shallow out there in right field, and he didn't have a chance to track that one down. I don't care how long his arms are. He was playing some shallow right field.
Playing real shallow in right field, and center field playing more straight away there. Neither of them could cover that.
That is the 4th double in this game for Millstadt.
They've been some gappers, too.
6th hit overall to go along with their 5 runs. And a runner in scoring position for Will Fessel. Fessel has struck out and walked and scored in this game. Swing and a miss. He was trying to take that one over the fence with one swing. So Owen comes on and gets himself in a little early trouble, just like Donnelly did in the last half inning. But Donnelly got out of it. Here is a stolen base attempt, and safe is going to be Robinson. 7th stolen base on the afternoon for Millstadt. They are having their way with the Trailblazers in the stolen base department. 7 for 7. Runner at third now. Strike called on the outside corner to Will Fessel. Owen ready to work once again. Here it is. This one's outside. Two and two. Millstadt with 2 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third. Goose eggs in the first and the fourth. Here we are in the 5th. High fly ball. Owen in center, or excuse me, Henson now in center field. Catches it, and the runner does not tag, and Henson takes forever to throw it back in there. And then the ball kind of skips away from Verning there at shortstop, so I'm telling you what, Robinson could have scored on that play.
This is what he was trying to go for there, swinging at that high one. He just wanted to drive something in the outfield there and give the runner a chance to tag up and score, and Millstadt doesn't pull the trigger on bringing him in.
Here's Aiden Colbert. Colbert struck out looking his first time up and then popped up while trying to bunt his last at bat. And he swings at one outside. 0-1. One out, runner at third. 5-2 in favor of Millstadt. We're in the top of the fifth, scheduled for 7. Pitch. Swinging another fly ball, and this one is going to chase Hartman all the way back to the wall once again. Up into the corner of the 260 mark. And on his way to second base with a RBI. He's going to try to turn it into a triple, and that's going to work for him too. Aiden Colbert.
An easy triple there.
Picks up an RBI triple.
Was all the way down into that corner there. Some kind of brush or something down in there. Went right into that exact corner of the foul territory there.
That was the 5th extra base hit for Millstadt. 4 doubles and now a triple. As Robinson came in to score. So Colbert is down at third base, taking Robinson's place. And here is Braden Forney as he looks at one outside, but called a strike. 0-1. Forney has singled and doubled in this game. He has 3 runs batted in, and he's also scored a run. As that one gets away from the catcher, or Walker, but staying put is Colbert. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. One and one the count. Now there is nothing stopping the sun from shining. There's not a cloud out west. This one's high. 2-1 the count. Colbert leads at third. He's there with a RBI triple. Owen. Oh, man, they're going to tell you what. They're just going to keep on testing Hartman out there, aren't they? That one was foul, but, boy, they keep on poking that ball out there to right field. And Hartman, who is not playing as shallow as he was when the ball went over his head, still playing a little in.
I'm not going to be pulling too closely to the line there. I can't think they hit the ball the other way too often like that. But they're trying to now.
Yeah.
Gonna keep testing him.
Especially if they get a pitch on the outside half of that plate and take it the other way.
Now take another step over more to his left.
Swinging a line drive right past the shortstop. Will bring home Colbert. And a 4 RBI day for Braden Forney.
Trouble getting the ball in here now. Collinsville gets it together.
Courtesy runner for the catcher. And once again, it'll be Bryden Grismala. Meanwhile, Lucas Allen steps up to the plate. Allen is 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop-up. Still only 1 out, 2 runs home. 7-2 in favor of Millstadt now. Three hits in the inning, a single, a double, and a triple. As the runner goes, and Walker does not throw. Lucas Allen stands in from the right side and waits the next pitch from Owen, and it's a little high. Well, Donnelly's back on deck. Gabe Leith batted for him in his last at bat. Pitch by Owen. Ball. Owen's been in some trouble since he started this inning. Trying to get out of it, and there's a strike. Runner second, one out. And a slow roller past the pitcher, and Martinez has to hurry. He gets there in time for out number 2. So that'll bring up Aiden Donnelly, as I mentioned, was pinch hit for last time by Gabe Leaf. But now Donnelly's back in there, and his only plate appearance, he walked. Runner advanced over the third. As Donnelly is ready. Now he's not because Owen stepped off. Pitch. Strike called. John Hilpert waiting on deck for Millstadt. Owen is trying to keep him there to lead off the 6th. Swing and a miss at a little floater that stayed high. 0-2 the count now to Donnelly. Next delivery, a chopper down the third base side, but foul. Boy, he went up there and tomahawk chopped that ball, didn't he? That ball was over his helmet.
The easiest way to get one up in the air and hit it far. They want to swing it one high and up above their eyes.
One more strike is all Owen needs to get out of this inning. And a foul ball out of play will let us all do it again. Two runs home here in the 5th. Makes it 7-2 in favor of Millstadt. Getting kind of late. Owen steps off. Owen's ready with the next. Here it comes. A little high. Probably can't see the plate, I heard a parent say. That's because the plate's covered in dirt.
That one stayed high. I don't need to see the plate on that one.
No.
It's that high up.
Strike 3 called, and the Trailblazers are out of the inning. But not before some more damage is done. A couple of more runs on 3 more hits, a single, a double, and a triple. And 1 runner left on base. We now head to the home half of the 5th inning. 7-2 in favor of Millstadt. Collinsville Middle Schoolers has got some work to do when we come back.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock team.
Back here at Collinsville Middle School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. 1 pitch and 1 quick out as Tyler Hunterbrinker popped up to the shortstop. So quickly 1 away here in the home half of the 5th inning with Collinsville trailing 7-2. Here is Braden Donaldson. Donaldson has walked twice and was left at third base both times. Donnelly back out on the mound, and he pitches one into the dirt. Getting kind of late here for these Trailblazers to make some noise on a comeback. They need base runners to have a chance, trailing by 5. This one stays high right at the eyes of Donaldson. Carson Perrell waits on deck, already one out. Tyler Huntbreaker popped up. Shortstop Foltz went out to the edge of the grass to make the catch, and there is ball 4 to Braden Donaldson. So one thing we figured out about Donaldson is he has a good eye. 3 walks in this game. And that's the 3rd walk issued by Donnelly since he took over for Beal, who allowed 6 walks. So we've had 9 walks in this game to Trailblazers and only 2 runs to show for it. There's a swing and a chopper to the third baseman who throws over to second for 1. And over to first, the ball bounces and gets away. So safe over at first base. Donaldson is out 5-6 on the put out.
Plenty of runners for Collinsville in this game.
Yeah. Perrell reaches on the fielder's choice.
Hitting to some double plays.
And there are 2 outs for Braden Henson, who started off this game on the pitcher's mound and now playing a little center field. And Braden has struck out and walked in this game. His walk was a bases-loaded walk, so he gets an RBI for it. No throw down to first base. The only other RBI belongs to Carson Perrell on a base hit in the first inning. Pitch and a high fly ball. This one's going to be foul, but is it going to stay in the field of play for... Oh. Allen ran right into the fence. Chest first. And he appears to be okay.
Lost his glove over the fence. Really ran into that fence hard.
Oh, yeah, he was chasing that ball down with no idea where the fence was at all and ran into it with a full head of steam in the top of the fence, hitting about chest high. While his arms were over the fence trying to catch the ball, his glove came flying off, and he appears to be okay, though.
Field umpire went out there, checked on him, and so did one of his teammates.
Yeah, great effort, by the way. Yeah, the shortstop, Foltz, came out to check on him, too. That was not quite home run distance, but it was probably going to fall about 5 feet short of the fence. Was in foul territory. Just a long strike off the bat of Braden Henson. So Donnelly, he's ready to go again. Here's the pitch, and this is a called strike on the outside corner. Henson trying to help the cause. Looks at one in the dirt. Runner goes. There's the throw, and
didn't
safe.
Slide.
Woo! Didn't slide at all.
Didn't slide. That didn't help the cause.
So Perrell makes it down to second base by the skin of his chinny chin. So a runner in scoring position for Henson with 2 outs, and this one flies all the way back to the screen. If there wouldn't have been a fence here, I would have taken that one right in the stomach.
It was a pretty good view on the camera of that ball coming in.
Yeah, I bet. Right into your living room or wherever you are. Wild pitch puts Perrell down to third. 4th wild pitch uncorked by Millstadt pitching today. There's a snap throw down to third, and the ball gets away, but not going anywhere is Carson Perrell. Just off of the glove of Robertson down there at third, and went rolling down slowly, almost to the grass. And I guess that was ball 4.
I believe it was.
Because Henson taking his place at first. 10th walk issued by Millstadt here in this game. Here's Devin Walker. Walker is 0 for 2, struck out and grounded into a inning-ending 6-4-3 double play back in the 3rd. Swinging a slow roller right past short and third base. That's going to bring in a run as Carson Perrell scores.
Finally, they put one in one of them spots where the shortstop ain't going to be. Brings in that 3rd run of the game.
Devin Walker picks up an RBI single, and now we have runners at first and second with 2 outs for Renzer Hartman, the right fielder, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk.
Keep the line running here as they're going to bring in a new runner to take the spot at first base. He wears number 2.
He wears number 2, and that would be Jace Wilkinson. He'll take the place over there of Walker, the catcher, so he can go put the tools back on, and a strike on the outside corner to Hartman. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. Collinsville with another run home. It's 7-3 now in favor of Millstadt. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Pitch just missed the outside corner. 1-1 the count. There's a chance for Foltz at shortstop. He's been busy today. He blows a bubble as he's throwing the ball across the diamond.
That's what I thought I saw.
So he's very relaxed, and Hartman becomes the third out on a 6-3 force out over at first base, and that ends the inning. But in the inning, we do have 1 run that's scored off of a 1 base hit, no errors, and a couple of runners left on base as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. Getting kind of late here, but Millstadt leading now instead of 7-2, it's 7-3, and we're back with the beginning of the 6th inning in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Collinsville Middle School. A little defensive change here for you. Number 2. That is Jace Wilkinson going to come in and play second base for Brody Martinez. And we also have a new pitcher. And for Millstadt, that is Clayton Correll. And for the Trailblazers, or excuse me, for the Panthers, they lead things off with the top of the order, John Hilpert. Hilpert has a single and a double, sandwiched in between a flyout. This one's going to stay on the infield, and that's going to be a nice catch in foul territory there by the pitcher, Correll.
Long trip for the pitcher to go get that one.
One out, and here is Casey Foltz. Foltz is wearing the collar, 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play to start off that first inning after Hilpert walked, and then a fly out and a ground out. Foltz has been busy at shortstop, though, blowing that bubble as he threw that last out in the last half inning. What did the umpire say?
Geronimo Pena.
Swinging a foul ball. This one's going to head out of play, and the spectators over there better be awake. Lots of cars parked up and down the side road, too.
More and more people get here as they go along, getting off work, Try to make the game as quickly as they can. Later innings, bigger crowd here.
Yeah.
4 o'clock start.
Next pitch. Just a little bit outside. So Wilkinson takes over for Martinez at second base. 1 out in the inning, and here comes the pitch to Foltz outside. He walked him. Or did he? Not ball 4 yet. Okay. He thought it was ball 4. The umpire's like, no. I'm the one keeping track of that thing back here on my little clicker. Correll's next pitch. Ball 4.
There it is now. Take your base.
That's the 6th walk given up this afternoon by the Trailblazers pitching staff. That'll bring up Max Beal, who started off pitching this game, now playing out in right field. And Beal is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Right back to the pitcher it goes. Correll throws over to first base, out number 2.
Runner from first to second was about halfway there before you released the pitch. It's a real aggressive on the bases for Millstadt.
Yeah, even while they're leading 7-3. We're in the top of the 6th. It is 7-3 in favor of Millstadt. Here is Michael Robinson. Robinson has been on base all 3 times today. A walk, a single, a double, and he has scored all 3 times, plus he knocked in a run with that single back in the 3rd. Bluff throw back to second by Correll. Pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner to Michael Robinson. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second base. 7-3 is our score. Collinsville Middle School has gotten single runs every other inning, the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. There's a foul ball out of play. Runner at second, Foltz has his lead. 2 outs, trying to get out of this with no more runs being scored. That one's a little high to Robinson. And the next delivery, swinging a high fly ball. Hinson is backing up. He lost it in the sun as he got twisted around, and it bounces. Doesn't go all the way to the fence, though, but it really doesn't matter as Foltz scores easily from second base. And down to second base is Michael Robinson.
Just another pitch up high. Batter goes hacking at it. Sends it to the outfield just to see what happens there. And Sunfield out there now, and center fielder can't corral it.
Yeah, he got twisted around. I think when he got twisted around, his eyes met that sun, and then he lost it. Another courtesy runner going down to second base for Millstadt. That is Isaac Cooper. Meanwhile, Will Fessel comes into the plate. Fessel is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored, plus a strikeout and a flyout. This one's up near his head. He gets out of the way. Ball 1. Correll pitches. High fly ball on the infield. First baseman Donaldson calls for it and brings it in for out number 3. But another run comes across as we head to the home half of the 6th inning. Millstadt now leads the Trailblazers by a score of 8-3. Todd Duke, Chris Cutler back with you from Collinsville Middle School. And I think I messed up somewhere along the line. I wrote down the wrong names. I had Corell pitching in the last one, and it wasn't. Now he's pitching.
This is an all-time pitcher, right?
Yeah. So, Collinsville Middle School, the Trailblazers will have some work to do here, as they only have 2 more chances here at the bat, down to their final 6 outs. And they'll bring up the middle of the order, or excuse me, bottom of the order. Elijah Verning, and then Jace Wilkinson, if anyone, or then back to the top of the order, and Lucas Owen, if anyone gets on, then Hunt Brinker will have a chance to bat here in this inning. So Clayton Corell is on the mound for Millstadt. He's a big kid too, righty, throws hard, pop fly back here, out of play. Vessel will dig back in. Or excuse me, Verning will step back in. Pitch in the dirt, but went golfing forward anyway. That's a spinner, and it's going to spin right up into the fence covering the Millstadt dugout. Elijah Verning has walked twice, was erased on the double play once, and stranded once. Trailblazers have been unable to put runs together in back-to-back innings. They're going to try to do that here. Here's Fultz getting tested again at shortstop and throws across the way for out number 1. Fultz has been busy. Pitch outside to Jace Wilkinson, his first at bat here this afternoon. Came in to take the place of Brody Martinez at second base in the last half inning, as Corell delivers. Swing and a miss. Corell ready to go once again. This one's in the dirt, and a nice stab. Forney picked that one right out of the dirt. Thought for sure that was heading to the screen.
Just threw the glove out there and the ball landed in there.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Corell ready with the next, and strike. 3 call, down on strikes is Wilkinson.
Caught looking there.
6th strikeout of the game for Millstadt pitching. 2 away, back to the top of the order we go for Lucas Owen.
Collinsville down to the last 4 outs now here with 2 outs in the 6th.
Owen has walked and scored twice. Grounded out in his last at bat and looks at one outside. Next delivery on the way from Corell is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Next delivery on the way to Owen. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next offering for Owen from Corell is in the dirt. That'll even things out at 2-2. Corell fires the next one. Outside. Full count. Corell winds and gets ready for another to Owen. This one's inside. He walked him. So the third walk to Lucas Owen here this afternoon, and that'll bring up Tyler Huntbrinker. And Tyler is looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. A ground out, a strikeout, and a pop-up. Runner at first, 2 away. Bottom of the 6th, 8-3 in favor of Millstadt. Millstadt looking to stay perfect on the year at 5-0. Swing and a miss by Huntbrinker as the Trailblazers were looking for just their second win of the year as they came in 1-4. Huntbrinker, the left fielder, awaits the next from Corell. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Went for the high, tight one. Throw over to first base and back in with a head first slide. And looking like he might have injured himself is Lucas Owen.
Ball get thrown into his
hip.
Hip there. Or maybe got hit a little bit with the glove.
Could have been that, yeah. Snap tag once the ball. I don't know if the ball ever made it into the glove, though. And it definitely bounced off of something over there, but I thought it bounced off the glove, but maybe Lucas Owen says it bounced off of his hip. He's going to go walk it off. That's what you did back in the old days, right? My dad told me that lots of times. Walk it off, rub some dirt in it. Never understood the dirt part.
No, he's already covered in dirt. What's a little more?
Oh, yeah.
Surprised to check on the runner there. He got a 5-run lead. Out ahead on the batter. Not really necessary to check on this runner.
Yeah, especially with 2 outs and
2 outs and you're ahead of the batter.
Yeah.
2 strikes on him.
0-2. Huntbrinker got caught looking back in the third. And that one's way over his head. And on his way to second base is going to be Owen. That was the 5th wild pitch issued today by Millstadt pitching to go along with their 10 walks. 1 passed ball by Forney. As Corell is ready. Swing and a miss, and that is the last out of the inning and the 7th strikeout for Millstadt pitching. As Collinsville strands a runner. And we now head to the top of the 7th inning with Millstadt leading by a score of 8-3.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or 2. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. Yes, they cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a K-Hawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' K-Hawk sandwich.
Call Cafe Agape 345 Cafe 345 2233. And don't forget to tell them that Stewie sent you. Cole Jones will check into the game for Hartman out in right field for Collinsville. As Millstadt bats here in the top of the 7th, leading 8-3. It's Jones on the mound.
Yeah, new pitcher in here, right?
Yeah, Jones.
Jones?
He's number 4.
Yep, this pitcher's on number 4.
So
someone else is in right field. Then, right?
Someone else is in right field instead of Renzer Hartman, so we don't know who that is right now. Could be. Could be. It is. I'm not sure. And here's our infamous missing player number 3 for Millstadt. Pinch hitting. As he takes the place of Aiden Colbert. Next pitch is high by Jones. Swing and a miss. One after that high one. These kids like to chase these high ones, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They like to just chase a high one, get it up in the air, just see what happens to it as it gets in the outfield.
There's one up in the air, and the shortstop, Verning, backs up. He's got it for 1 out. That will bring up somebody else. This is Braden Scare. So back-to-back pinch hitters. First one flies out, and here is Braden Scare. He takes the place of Braden Forney, the catcher, who only was 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double and a couple of RBIs. This one's outside.
With the lead there, let some other kids get some at-bats here in the most likely last inning.
Could be. As Bryden Grismala waits on deck for his first chance to bat here. One out, bottom of the 6th, 8-3 in favor of Millstadt. And there's a walk. So Braden Scare comes off the bench for his first plate appearance and gets a free pass. So here is Bryden Grismala. He looks at one high. And Jones throws over to first. Back in time was the runner Scare. As Clayton Correll waits on deck for his first at bat in this game. 1-1 the count to Grismala. Runner at first, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th, so Trailblazers are down to their final 3 outs when they come back up to the plate. Got to get out of this top of the 7th first. That one stays high and tight. Next pitch on the way. A runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base is not in time.
Them checks on the runner there didn't scare him out of trying to steal for second base anyway.
8th stolen base on the afternoon for Millstadt. Jones ready. The runner at second and 1 out. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Corell.
Decided he was going to swing on that one when it was tracking inside and went away, and he just had to leave his feet to even try to get at it, and it was way outside.
Here is Clayton Corell, who takes his first plate appearance here in this one. 2 down, runner at second base. Top of 7, and a throw that's going to go into the outfield. Man, they might have had him picked off because it caught the runner off guard, but Jones threw an errant ball that went way past the left side of the second baseman, Wilkinson. So now a runner at third base. At this point, don't you just worry about the batter? Ball in the dirt.
Yeah, you end up trying to do too much. Focus in on your pitches there, and the rest will come to you.
Walker behind the plate did a nice job stopping that one. And there's a hot shot down to third base off of the third baseman Perril's glove, and that'll bring in another run.
Take a little last-minute bounce on him just before he was about to glove it. Run comes across from Millstadt.
That will bring up, stepping on my cord here, John Hilpert. Foul ball for Hilpert. Off of Jones. Millstadt clearing out the benches here, man.
Not only that, add another run on here in the 7th inning.
Yep. Strike called this time. Nine to 3 now in favor of Millstadt. Jones ready with another, brings it home, high and outside. Jones, the righty, works from the stretch, checks on his runner, and brings it home. This one's high. As Jones is ready with the next pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
That's going to be a good pitch there. Maybe get the strikeout. Spoil it a little bit.
2-2 the count to John Hilpert. Throw over to first. Back in time is the runner, Corell.
Runner almost got tricked there with that move.
Jones winds and fires, and a hot shot right to the shortstop, Verning. He'll step on the bag unassisted, and the inning comes to a close. But not before another run comes across the plate as we head to the home half of the 7th. Final 3 outs awaits Collinsville middle schoolers as they look to try to climb back into this one, but it's a long road to hoe as they're down by 5. Back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the area. And the food? all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily dine-in and curbside specials. Get yourself a bottle or a growler to go, or dine in their patio when you can have live local music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And don't forget about Old Herald's Open Mic Night, the second and last Tuesday of every month. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily dine-in and curbside specials. Online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com or give them a call at 855-8027. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk Family. Braden Donaldson will lead things off here for Collinsville Middle School in the bottom of the 7th inning as he faces Clayton Correll. Donaldson has walked all 3 plate appearances, but he has yet to come around and score, even though he walked in all the 3 innings that Collinsville did score in. So Donaldson needs to get on to have a chance. Matter of fact, everybody needs to get on to have a chance. Collinsville Middle School trails 9-3. Correll ready with the next to Donaldson. Swinging a chance for the third baseman, Robertson. He's up with it. And the throw across the diamond is in time for out number 1. Time called.
Don't know why it's necessary, but they're going. Let's see. Let's get this going.
Here is Carson Parrell. He has been on base all 3 times as well. A single and an RBI, another single in the 3rd, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Correll ready with the next. Swing and a miss. Correll has already won another one, and this one hits the outside corner. That's a called strike 3. And Carson Parrell down looking on the 8th strikeout of the afternoon for Millstadt pitching.
Collinsville down to their last out here, and they'll bring in a pinch hitter here to get a at bat here before the end of this one.
I don't have a 27 unless he's on the JV team as a 27. Yep, I got Caden Hearn, wears 27 for JV, but yeah,
that's probably it.
Probably.
Probably don't have different jerseys.
So we'll pretend like it is Hearn. Next pitch from Correll. Just a little bit outside, so 2-0. Falls behind the pinch hitter Hearn as Trailblazers are down to their final out, trailing 9-3. Pitch on the way. Swinging a chance for the second baseman Colbert to end it. And he does. And that one comes to a close on a 4-3 putout. And that is going to do it for us. 2, 4, 6, 8. So, final score, Millstadt wins it by a score of 9-3. The Panthers get 9 runs on 9 hits. They committed no errors. They left 7 base runners on, while Collinsville Middle School picks up 3 runs on 3 hits with no errors, and they left 8 runners on the base paths. Well, nice to see you there, Mr. Kettler. We're going to do it again on Thursday for some softball, right?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll go across the way there to the softball teams and the same 2 schools, correct?
Yep, same 2 schools, Thursday at 4 o'clock. So until then, Everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.